What's good YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul and welcome to another tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you how to recreate the pad sound from Post Malone's track Goodbyes, so let's get straight to it. When it's all said and done, we're going to get a pad synth that sounds something like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and recreate that from scratch. Going to create a new software instrument track. And we're going to go ahead and duplicate this MIDI over. We're going to bring in Sonic Academy's Anna 2. And let's go ahead and solo out this track and initialize the preset here so that we start off with a blank slate. And this is what the default settings sound like. Nothing too fancy, so we're going to go ahead and change that up. On the waveform, let's go ahead and select that. I'm going to bring in a wavetable from Slate Digital, found under Slate Analog, and it's going to be JP800 SAW. And we're going to turn our voices all the way up to its capacity at 9 to give it a nice full sound. For our shape over here, we're just going to turn it to the left to about 9 o'clock-ish. And we're going to add in some sub over here. Just a little bit. Alright, so this sound is a little bit too bright, obviously, so we got to make it more darker sounding. So let's move over to our filters, which is right over here. We're going to go ahead and bring in filter number 1, which will be a Mogi low pass. Let's just bring in some resonance. All right, and we'll leave it like that, maybe a little bit less. For filter number 2, we're going to go to analog once again and go to Mogi high pass this time. We bring up our cutoff, make it a little bit narrow until we don't hear anything at all. And then what we're going to do here is pull down this cutoff all the way to the left. Alright, so now the song or the sound is coming along. Let's go ahead and bring up the volume. And let's move over to our EQ right over here. We're going to turn that on. For our lows, we're going to make sure there's not much lows in there because we want space for our 808. For our mids, we're going to go ahead and boost that up a little bit. Make it a little bit more mid-rangey, if you will. We're going to bring that up. For our high mids, we're going to go ahead and bring those down. And for our highs, we want to completely cut that out. We probably don't have anything to cut, but we're just going to cut that all the way out anyways. Alright, so now we're getting that dark sound. Let's move up to our envelope over here. We got to adjust our attack so that our pad sort of swells and doesn't sort of pluck at the beginning of it. So let's pull up the attack. And that's really all we got to do. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the release a little bit here. Maybe I'll pull down the sustain. But that shouldn't matter because our chords sustain all the way out anyways. Alright, so that's the foundation to our sound. Next, let's go ahead and add in some effects. On our first effect right over here, we're going to change it from chorus over to ensemble. We're going to go ahead and pull up the input all the way to the top. We're going to increase the dry wet level. We're not hearing anything because I did not turn it on. Let's turn that on. Add some motion to the sound a little bit. Alright, for our second effect over here, let's turn that on before we do anything. And we're going to bring in some reverb. We're going to go to reverb plate. For the input, we're going to push that up a little bit. And for our dry wet, we're going to pull that up as well. We're going to increase the size of the reverb. Just to give it a nice vibey feel, Post Malone feel. And then lastly, we're going to bring out some nuances to the sound itself. So let's turn on insert number 3. And we're going to bring in some distortion, W shaper over here. Let's pull our input pretty much all the way to the top. Let's pull back our dry wet. We're going to pull up some drive over here. We're going to pull up the tone a little bit. We could just lower this a little bit here. And we pretty much get the sound from Post Malone's track Goodbyes. Now if we bring it in with the other instrumentation, it sounds something like this. So that's how you make the pad synth from Post Malone's track Goodbyes. If you do have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's go ahead and talk in the comment section below. And if you did like this video, remember thumbs up, share it, and of course hit that subscribe button for more good videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.